Vlogmas Day 2. My name is Maivor, and this is my Vlogmas series. I forgot to say that yesterday, but yep, here I am. Today I'm having a bit of mulled wine, or glöggi. It's not actually wine, but it's called mulled wine in English. I have my own blackcurrant juice or syrup that I have spiced up with different spices and a bit of chili, and it's real nice. And I had that with my chocolate from my calendar, which was, and the flavor of the day was raspberry and licorice. And my calendar is from Malmö Chokladfabrik, a Swedish small chocolate factory, as far as I can understand, and they make organic chocolate, and they don't have nuts, soy, egg, and gluten in their factory, so I don't have a problem with that. But for those who do, I suppose it's a good thing that there's. Anyway, I got this. I don't have a yarn calendar. I don't have any other calendars, so I had to treat myself to at least a chocolate. Some good chocolate this year. It's Friday, and I am still fairly busy with work. I have quite a lot to finish off today before I can head off for the weekend. My son, who had his Independence Day reception, it all went well today. He's been there already, and he's back home, and he managed well, and he looked really handsome in his suit. And my other son has actually been on his initial call out or presentation, I don't know what you call it, the uppbåd for his military service, because we have compulsory military service in Finland for all males from the age of 18, roughly. So, and he will graduate from high school in the spring, and then in about a year's time he will do his military service. And so they have this initial presentation where they get all the information and sort of enroll, basically, even though that they're not going there just yet. So he had that today, and that's kind of a big step as well into adulthood for him. But if you've seen my first Vlogmas from yesterday, there was very little knitting in it right at the end, but I said that I would show you what I'm knitting on today. So I will move my camera and try to show you and explain what it is I'm working on. So see you soon. So this is my glorious pile of yarn, of leftover yarn, that I have spread out on the floor here in my office. And what I'm making with all of this is a blanket. And I am trying to use all the colors, the whole color spectrum. It's so long that I have to pull it a bit. Sorry about the shadow, it's the light from the lamp, or the lamp that's... So this is gonna be a really big blanket. And I now forget the name of the pattern, but I will put it in the picture so that you can see. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, And you make it out of these squares. That are really easy to make. I've got one going on here. And then you make this edge in between before starting a new square. And I wanna try and you keep it in this color spectrum, so that once it's a big complete blanket, you won't notice all the differences, like this one is a little bit too bright there, or that one is not quite right. But I think on the whole, it will be a harmonious color blanket. And these are perfect. I mean, it's not the perfect carrying project, because you can't carry that pile of yarn and this long piece of knitting. So it's sofa knitting, but it's perfect for football, and it's perfect for watching a TV series. One of these squares takes about 45 minutes to make. So when you have a little time, you can make a square. And then for every new square that you want to make, you have to do a bit of thinking. So what color am I going to use next? And how do I plan the colors so that they somehow transition into each other fairly smoothly? Which is a fun challenge. I mean, it's not too serious, but it's fun to think about it. And it makes you see colors in a different way when you see them combined next to each other. You see that, oh, this one is much warmer in tone than I thought it was, or this one is much cooler, or the purples actually go better at the blue end rather than at the red end. Sometimes when you look at them and things like that. So this is really fun and addictive. Now, I didn't get a yarn calendar, or I haven't had a yarn calendar with mini skeins really ever, because I often feel that, well, what would I really do with those skeins? They are lovely to look at, and it's fantastic fun to open those boxes, but what would I do with them? But now that I'm making this, I realize what I could have done with a whole pile of mini skeins, because they would be perfect in putting into this one. And perhaps once I'm through with this pile, which I might well be before this is finished, maybe I will have some reason to get myself a whole load of mini skeins. But let's be honest, this is a lot of yarn. This is gonna last me a long time. But still, I might have to complement with some of the colors. It may require some yarn purchasing. Who knows?